All right, so we're diving deep into the 2024 IPL season today using, well, all the notes and articles that you sent over.
Great stuff.
Yeah, it looks like it was an insane season.
Oh, absolutely bonkers. Yeah,
Even for the IPL, which is saying something.
absolutely. It was the kind of season that reminds you why the IPL is probably the most exciting T20 league in the world, I think. Just pure drama from start to finish.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you're a big Dhoni fan, right?
Huge fan,
I
yeah.
mean, that Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings match needing 12 runs off the last over. I mean, come on. Felt like a movie.
It did, didn't it?
Did he pull it off again?
He did, yeah. Another Dhoni miracle.
I mean, how does he do it?
Well, it's interesting, actually. This time, I don't think it was just about Dhoni's individual brilliance. It was more about the way he sets the tone for the whole team.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Think about it. 12 runs needed. The pressure is unbelievable. And Dhoni, he never panics. He just assesses the situation, takes calculated risks, and guides his team to victory.
Classic Dhoni.
It's leadership, isn't it? And it's infectious. You can see the belief in the eyes of the other Chennai players.
You can, yeah.
They know that with Dhoni at the helm, anything is possible.
It's like he's playing a different game, like his own game.
Yeah, he's on another level. Mentally, I mean.
And speaking of the future, we saw some amazing new talent this season.
We did. Some real future stars.
I mean, player name from team name and player name from team name. Wow.
Yeah, they really took the league by storm.
What was it about their play that stood out to you?
Their maturity. I mean, it's one thing to have raw talent, but to perform consistently at that level, in the IPL, under that pressure, that's special.
Yeah, it is.
And they both shown they have the temperament and the game awareness to succeed, really, at the highest level. It's a great sign for Indian cricket, really.
Definitely. And speaking of pushing boundaries, we got to talk about player names, record-breaking innings, 140 runs off just 50 balls. That's insane.
Absolutely insane. I mean, it was like a home run derby, but on steroids.
Yeah, was this like a new style of batting?
There was a method to the madness. I mean, what sets player name apart is their ability to innovate, right? To find new ways to score against the best bowlers. They weren't just swinging for the fences. They were calculating, picking their moments and their execution, their shot making. It was just incredible.
Like T20 batting on another level.
Yeah, it's evolving, becoming even more strategic and nuanced. Really.
Wow. And the IPL just has this energy, like a festival.
It
The
does.
packed stadiums, the crazy fans. I mean, the memes. Don't even get me started on the memes.
Oh, the memes. Legendary this season.
I bet.
Really. I think it's become this way for fans to connect with the game on a different level, to share their joy, their frustration, their love for the IPL.
It is more than a sport. It's like a whole culture.
It is. It's that shared experience that makes the league so special, really. It's not just about the cricket. It's about the community.
Okay, let's get a little controversial now.
Oh, all right.
You mentioned a controversial LBW call in your notes.
Yeah, that one.
Team A versus Team B.
Yeah, that was a head-scratcher.
It seems like every season there's one of these LBW calls that just gets everyone going.
And for folks who might be new to cricket, an LBW is when the umpire judges that the ball would have hit the stumps, but the batsman's leg got in the way. So leg before wicket, right?
Right.
And we've got technology now, but sometimes even the replays don't help.
Yeah.
And in this case, it was a crucial decision. Could have changed the whole match.
It's like VAR in football or instant replay in baseball.
Exactly.
Trying to make the game fairer, but it also brings in new controversies.
It does. You're trying to find that balance between human judgment and, well, the technology, right?
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how cricket, with its long history and tradition, adapts to these modern changes.
It is. It's facing its own unique set of challenges.
Totally. And speaking of heated moments, what about that on-field argument, player name and player name, right?
Oh, that was intense.
I have to say, even I got a little caught up in the drama.
I think it just shows that these are human beings, right? Competing at the highest level. The pressure is immense. Emotions are going to boil over.
Yeah, it's all part of the drama.
It is, and it's part of what makes the IPL so compelling. The rivalries, the personalities, it's all part of the story.
Totally. Now, before we move on to individual players, let's talk about what happens off the field.
Behind the scenes.
Because the IPL is as much a strategic battle off the field as it is on the field, right?
Oh, absolutely. You've got team owners, coaches, analysts, crunching numbers, evaluating players, making decisions that honestly can make or break an entire season.
It's like running a business.
It is. It's like running a mini corporation with millions of fans watching your every move.
High stakes. So let's talk about some of the stars of the season. You were really impressed with player name from team name, right?
Oh, yeah. Player name was outstanding.
What was it about their game that caught your eye? Their consistency was amazing. I mean, every time they came out to bat, it felt like they were going to score runs,
Right.
and their fielding was unreal. They were covering half the field by themselves, I swear.
Yeah, player name is just, they're the complete package.
They
They
are.
combine solid technique with, this fearless approach,
Uh-huh.
and they've got this uncanny ability to find the gaps.
It's like they knew where the fielders weren't going to be.
Yeah, almost like a sixth sense. And you're right, their fielding, oh my goodness, it's electrifying. The energy, the athleticism, it's infectious.
Really brought something special to the team. And you also mentioned a player who you think could be a future superstar.
Oh, absolutely.
Player name from team name.
Yep.
What makes you so confident in their abilities?
Well, you see, the IPL is a different beast.
Right.
The crowds, the expectations, the media attention, it can be overwhelming, even for seasoned players,
For sure.
But player name, they seem to thrive in that environment. They've got this calmness, this focus, even when the pressure's just through the roof.
And you can't teach that.
You can't. It's either there or it's not.
It's that clutch gene, the ability to just rise to the occasion. But we've talked a lot about the batsmen. Can't forget about the bowlers, though.
Oh, right, of course. The bowling was just as exciting this season.
Yeah, what were some of the standout bowling performances for you?
Well, we have to talk about player names Yorkers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's such a tough delivery to bowl consistently,
Right.
but when it's done right, unplayable. Think about it. A fast bowler hurling the ball at almost 100 miles an hour, aiming for a tiny target right at the batsman's feet. And player name was just nailing them, especially in those final
The
overs.
death overs.
Yeah, where the pressure is just insane,
I mean, if you're facing a Yorker in the death overs, nowhere to go, right?
pretty much. And then you've got player name spin bowling. Spin bowling is all about deception,
Right.
using the spin of the ball to make it deviate to confuse the batsman. And player name is a master of that. Dip, turn, bounce. It's like watching a magician.
Sounds like a nightmare for the batsman.
It can be, yeah.
So looking ahead to next season, we have the mega auction coming up.
Oh, the mega auction. That's always a wild one.
For those who don't know, this is where teams can basically rebuild their whole squads. They bid on players from all over the world. What are you expecting to see? Any predictions?
Oh, it's going to be interesting. I mean, the mega auction is where the real strategy comes in. Teams have to balance their budgets, figure out what they need, and then try to outsmart everyone else. And this year, you've got several big-name players going into the auction pool.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think we'll see some teams, especially those that didn't do well this season, they're going to be making some big moves, trying to rebuild.
It's like fantasy cricket, but with real consequences.
That's a great way to put it.
And all this is happening while the IPL is having this huge cultural impact.
Right.
You mentioned earlier that it's like a festival in India.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, so the IPL in India, it's more than just a sport. It's really a part of society. You've got families gathering to watch the matches. The streets are empty during the big games.
Wow.
And the celebrations, oh my goodness, if their team wins, it's like nothing you've ever seen.
It's like a national pride thing.
It is. Pure passion and national pride.
And it's not just in India, right? The IPL is huge all over the world. Why do you think it's resonated with so many people?
I think it's a few things. It's the high-quality cricket, for sure, but it's also the entertainment, the accessibility. T20 is fast-paced, it's action-packed, perfect for, today's attention span.
That's true.
And the league has some of the best players in the world, right? Plus, with streaming services, fans can watch matches from anywhere.
So it's breaking down those barriers, connecting people from all over.
It is. That's the power of sport, right?
It really is. So you've dedicated your life to studying cricket. What is it about this sport that just fascinates you so much?
Well, cricket is a game of infinite possibilities. It seems simple on the surface, but there's so much complexity and strategy underneath.
Yeah, I can see that.
It tests you physically, mentally. It's all about adapting, innovating, and it's always full of surprises.
Keeps you on your toes.
It does. You never know what's going to happen next.
Now I got to put it on the spot here. If you could change one thing about the IPL, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a tough one. The IPL has done so much for cricket, but if I could change one thing, I think I would focus on making the teams more balanced.
Okay.
Right now, there are a few dominant teams and some that just can't keep up. I think if every team had a real chance of winning, it'd be even more exciting.
More competitive?
Yeah, and I would give more young players a chance to shine, which is great for Indian cricket.
Great point. Okay, last question, and this one's for our listener.
Okay, shoot.
Think about everything we've talked about today. The amazing performances, the strategy, the passionate fans, the global reach. What do you think is the most important reason why the IPL has become so successful?
Ooh, that's a great question for your listeners to think about.
It is a tough one. So many things have made the IPL what it is today.
It really is. Like trying to pick the key ingredient in some amazing dish.
I like that. But if you had to choose just one, what would it be?
I think it has to be the innovation. The IPL's never been afraid to try new things, push the boundaries,
Yeah.
new rules, the technology, the whole fan experience. The IPL has always been ahead of the curve.
And you mentioned the fan experience before. I think that's a big part of it too. It's not just watching cricket, it's like being part of something bigger.
Exactly. It captures the spirit of India, the vibrancy, the energy, the love of entertainment, sport, music, dance, celebrities. It's all there.
It's like a whole new kind of entertainment. So you've seen this league grow and change over the years. What do you think the future holds for the IPL?
I think we're just getting started. It's going to keep reaching more people, bringing in new fans and players from everywhere.
Hmm.
We'll see more investment in technology, creating those really immersive experiences for the fans.
Yeah, that's cool.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll even see an IPL team based outside of India.
Wow, that would be something else, an IPL team in like London or New York.
Right.
But as it grows, do you see any challenges ahead?
I think one challenge is going to be balancing tradition with innovation. You know, cricket has a long history, lots of traditions, but it has to adapt too.
For sure.
The IPL's done a good job so far, but it's something to watch out for.
It's like keeping the good stuff while bringing in the new stuff.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance. And of course, there's the financial side. The IPL's a business. It needs to make money to survive.
Right. It's not just about the game.
Nope. It's a whole ecosystem. The fans, the players, the teams, the sponsors.
It's a lot to juggle. But you seem optimistic.
I am. I think the IPL has the right people in charge to handle it.
Okay, good. Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the 2024 IPL season. It's been great talking with you.
Likewise, I've really enjoyed it.
And to our listener, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you've learned a little bit more about the IPL, the history, the culture, the impact it's had.
Keep exploring and learning about the game. It's a fascinating sport.
And maybe we'll see you at an IPL match some way. Until then, keep those sixes flying and those wickets tumbling.